Hello everybody, it's me from the PCT. We have a beautiful vista here overlooking Shoe Lake. Where is Shoe Lake? Well, Shoe Lake is actually quite a few miles, not quite a few, but I don't know what I'm at, 7, 8 miles south of White Pass. And that means I am a temporary SOBO. A SOBO being a southbound hiker. So how did I get to be a temporary southbound hiker? Well, it's a story of great trail timing again. Some amazing moments here. Yeah, this is such a beautiful area. So we're headed for the area called Goat Rocks, an area that I wanted to see very badly, a famous area, and the incredible Knife's Edge Trail. And so to get here, I knew that I needed to hike southbound from White's Pass. White's Pass is where a lot of hikers are skipping up from Cascade Locks because of trail closures due to fires. Even though the entire trail is not closed north of Cascade Locks, Oregon, the problem is that the alternate routes to keep hiking from Cascade Locks include a lot of fire roads. And I just felt like that's not the PCT. It's not really what I wanted to see. It's not the miles I need to do to, keep recovering from my cold or keep my legs in shape. So while I was originally going to do this, all that walking, the pack weight and a large amount of food that would be needed, and just sort of convinced myself that it wasn't really necessary. So I did miss a chunk of southern Washington, but it is what it is. I'll actually I'm kind of looking forward to the idea of getting to itch the backpack again sometime next year, and just coming up and doing this part and doing it in better weather. So yesterday I was at Cascade Locks, of course, and I had spent 2 days in the motel recovering. I don't know, halfway recovered. I've got my energy back. I don't feel that hard fatigue that was destroying me in those last 2 days. And still have a bit of a cough and some congestion. But I checked out at a motel. Can't keep spending $100, $120 a night. And I was going to wind up in the campground in Cascade Locks and just stay there. I thought I was trapped there a little bit till Monday because the public transportation method for getting up the White Pass included some buses that didn't run on the weekend, so I thought I was trapped. Well, the trail provides, as they say, and a German guy who I've gotten to know over the last maybe week or so of hiking. We've just kind of passed each other a lot and talked a bit. He comes around the corner of the motel and we start chatting, and I asked him about his plans, of course, and he said he had a ride up the White's Pass, and I was so jealous. I really wanted to, or hoped that there would be some space there to maybe get on, and he said he didn't think there was. He had gotten the ride through a Facebook Trail Angel, and that's something I had yet to really look into. So I decided, well, I guess I got to start doing that, looking for somebody to get a way of getting a ride maybe, or just stay till Monday. But on a lark, he checks the Facebook page where he originally talked to the Trail Angel, and it turns out that the other two people had canceled. and I was in just like that. So, wow, you know, that's just the way things work sometimes. So I had a nice relaxing afternoon in Cascade Locks, went down to the park, hung around, um, took some nice pictures, and wound up in a car heading up to White's Pass. It's a 3-hour drive, and just to give you an idea of, you know, how wonderful some of these trail angels are, the guy absolutely refused to take a dollar, just wouldn't do it. Um, so, you know, there's a difference between what people call a trail angel and what some people actually are, which are trail services. And I don't want to ding people for seeing an opportunity to make money, and I don't want to ding people for, you know, getting reimbursed for gas money and things like that. I don't really have anything negative to say about that, but you know, the real trail angels have a fantastic, you know, pay it forward type of mentality that other people don't. And they just seem to understand that getting reimbursed a little for gas or getting a little extra money isn't going to make a huge difference to one's life. So, you know, that's really nice. That's something I hope to do maybe in the coming years. So down in the desert, I know now where to go and what to see and where people might be needing something, and I can just help out the same way. So got up to White's Pass last night with Water Tower, and that's my German friend, and he and I camped. It was a little late, probably 7:30 or thereabouts, and we camped just near the highway that runs through the area, and we're right down the road from this place called the Cracker Barrel, which is not the national Cracker Barrel chain that you're probably thinking it is. It's just a standalone business with a standalone name, and they have a nice little area out back for PCT hikers, and they have a lot of supplies for us. But it was closed, but I camped, had a really nice little camp area. Woke up almost completely dry. The tent was almost completely dry, which was nice. It actually rained a tiny bit in the night. I could hear it hitting the tent. But woke up this morning, you know, was feeling pretty good. Packed up and walked down to the Cracker Barrel and had a fun little breakfast and a very welcome cup of coffee. Did some end of hike planning, which is an amazing thing all to itself, and finally probably got started around 12. Now here's a couple other interesting things that happened. As I'm at the Cracker Barrel, in walks a guy named Noodles, who I've known for a long time. He's been with a group that we have passed and then been passed by for what seems like months. But I think he finally got separated from them. So really cool to see somebody just walk in, familiar, friendly face. And he's actually maybe just a mile behind me now. So that's nice. He's doing the exact same plan as me. Just really had a desire to see Goat Rocks and the Goat Rocks Wilderness. And so he's hiking southbound as well as me. And we're going to pretty much do the same thing. Hang out in the area for a day and then head back the next day north. So also, here's another little miracle. I'm walking, I start hiking, I'm at the Cracker Barrel, and I start walking down the road to get back to the trailhead. And I'm just about 100 yards from the trailhead when what swoops by me on the road, but Kim and Peter's bus. So that is Dookie Spoon and Beer Run. And I just couldn't believe the timing once again. I mean, minutes. You'll spend months and months doing this, where minutes separate seeing somebody that you haven't seen forever, or constantly reconnecting with great friends, and it just seems like so unlikely that it's going to keep happening. But there you go. So I had a nice little reunion with them at the trailhead. They're heading north, so I don't know if I'll see them again, but it sure was wonderful to connect again. I just seen them at trail days, but still, it's just amazing how often you see somebody. The trail is turned to boulders. And anyway, I got walking, and the trail's been really nice today. As you can see, I actually woke up to some sun, and there's been patchy sun here and there. I was just telling somebody that, the weather here can really grind on you. And even just getting, 5 minutes of sun every, half an hour or whatever when it peaks out, it just makes a huge bit of difference. The light is different. The world looks different. I obviously have been involved, or been places where the weather turns bad for a week, right? Where it rains for a week, or it's crappy for a couple of weeks. So, but I don't know. I have never felt until this trail, until Oregon, until the Pacific Northwest, what it feels like to just not feel the heat of sun on your body. It's weird what it does. It's like you've got to turn on this mental switch inside of you that kind of adapts to it, or sees the good in it, or that you have to put effort into kind of seeing what's around you in a different light and still appreciating it. That's all easy to do when you've got sun. It's just something I've never felt before, and maybe, of course, that's exacerbated by the amount of effort that thru hikers are putting out through the day, and it's hard to be cold and clammy for 12 hours a day while doing this thing, and that desire for sun, I think, is just magnified all the more. So thank you, sun. You big fiery ball. So yeah, I'm pretty gonna take it easy. Just about 20 minutes ago, I came upon Guardian and Sandman walking up towards me, and that was another fun reunion. I knew I would cross them because they had left Cascade Locks with Sandstorm as well, and they had left a day earlier than me. And I'd hoped that they maybe could stay a day there, and it certainly would have worked out better. But they got up there, they got a really nice ride to a lake, so they didn't have to do what I'm doing, which is out and back. But unfortunately, they got walloped in a storm last night that was up here in the mountains, and sadly they didn't really get to see the Goat Rocks area, or really experience a clear day on the Knife's Edge trail. I saw some video that Sandstorm showed me, and it was basically like what my video was like a week or so ago, coming down from Mount Jefferson. Just socked in clouds, sideways driving rain and mist, and bitter cold. So I'm sorry for those guys. I hope maybe they can come back and see this area a little bit better next time. And but it was nice to see them, cross them, and wish them well again as they go forward. So all the best to them, and all the best luck. There may be a time in which I see Sandman again. I know that he has some plans to take some time off near the town of Leavenworth and see some friends, but you know, we don't know how those things will work out. So I'm only going about I don't know, 15-ish miles today, taking it nice and slow. Trail's been nice. I kind of plan to camp, and then maybe tomorrow, you know, I'm toying with the idea of almost leaving my tent up and sort of day packing it around Goat Rocks and just like almost taking a trail zero. I just have a lot of food and a lot of time, and those are two pretty nice situations to have. And I can just really hang out and enjoy the area. And then I'll hike back on the following day and get back to the Cracker Barrel where I have another food box waiting, and then decide what to do. Another motivator for me to just take it easy and take the time is that Red Lentil and Diesel, my good friends also, they hiked north from Cascade Locks and they intend to be up here on Friday. Today is just Monday, I think, so that's quite a lot of time for me to burn, but I can definitely slow walk heading north, so maybe let them catch up with me. I'd like to meet up with them again because I know that they have about the same ending schedule as I have, which is around the 20th, 21st of September. And I couldn't ask for two better hiking partners to end the trail with if that comes to fruition. So I really hope that works out. But I'm also just super happy, and I'm just so energized to be able to walk slow and just soak this in, take an extra day here and there. This is what feels really good. This is the kind of PCT you kind of dream about. So weather ahead is basically supposed to be this for the next few days. I do worry about the storms because it can be pretty fierce up here, and the clouds always look like rain clouds. I was mentioning to somebody yesterday that I said, if you saw clouds like this in Southern California, you'd shut the doors and you'd spend all day inside in your pajamas watching movies because it's raining. But out here, it's quite a bit different. They're just big rainy looking clouds. And then nothing happens, you know? I mean, not much. You know, it's not like it's always raining. It hasn't rained a drop all day, even though every cloud looks like it could open up on you. But there's a good one right there, right? But I think that's just the way it is. So a partly sunny day is, something to get out and enjoy, definitely here. I've been keeping my eyes open for some elk sightings. I saw a whole family crossing the 12 highway when we were driving up, and they're leaving their mark all over the trail. By mark, I mean landmines that you have to step around. But we'll see. We'll see what we see. So until then, going to sign off here and do some video when I get into the area. And it looks like we're going back into the forest. All right, we're out.